Hey everyone, it's Lindsay. Welcome back to my channel. I hope you're having a fantastic day. We're going to have a lot of fun here on the channel today, looking through items that Joanne has sent us for the shop, and I'm excited to do that and a journal that I completed last night. So we'll go through my journal at the end, but we have some journals and ephemera holders from Joanne that are being added to the shop. So I think that you're going to really enjoy this. So we have a gorgeous, soft cover here. Well, soft color wise, it's a cardstock and wallpaper cover. This is called Blue Bliss. It is 5.5 by 8-inch size. It's really pretty. Just look at the little pages in here. It's got script and tags and all the fun little things that we love in a journal, but it's still small-ish and simple, so it is totally usable, and you can make it however you want. I love her choice of papers, how they flow. They flow really well. Lots of prints, kind of old vintagey prints, which beautiful. I love the little bit of blue that kind of just runs throughout this journal. Get the hummingbird. Isn't that pretty? Very pretty. So there's that. And then there's this one. This is an ephemera folder. So we are going away from all the little bits and pieces that we've had, and we're going to these ephemera folders and books in the shop. It's definitely a much better end product for you as consumers, but there's so many reasons that we're doing this, but it definitely is a good step for our shop. So what a beautiful cover. The wonderful thing about these is you can actually turn them into journals. You can reuse them, use them as happy mail. There's so many things you can use them for. So this is called Pink Umbrella. There are 10 pages of stuffed pockets and over 40 pieces of ephemera. So she actually stuffed this with ephemera that you can use when you're decorating your journals. There's pockets, and then she has them full of tags and journal cards, tickets. So obviously you can use everything that's in here, and then you can refill it, or you could even put in some journaling pages and turn it into a journal. I absolutely love ephemera holders. I collect them and I stuff them and I use them. And so that's one of the reasons that I really wanted to do this for everybody in the shop, is so that you get so much better of a nicer, not talking well today. You get a nicer product that's really pretty, laid out so pretty. So this is a perfect one if you love florals, vintage ladies. So didn't she print out beautifully? So she's from my Summer Journal Elements Club, which has been extended through August, and it's only $10, but there'll be over 200 pieces of ephemera. Right now there's over 100, and I'm adding more. I've already added some today. Definitely want to get that one. She's from that. And of course there's plenty others that are going to be there as well, but lots you can use. So this is Pink Umbrella, and you can see there's the umbrella, why it's called that. That is beautiful. This is a wallpaper ephemera holder, and this is called Laurel Oaks. There's 20 sheets, and you just rip or cut them off. Each one kind of just waterfalls down. They're anywhere between 5 by 6 to 9 by 6. And then you have a perfect cover right here that you can, they are, the tops are stapled on, so you could remove the staples if you wanted to do it that way. But this is a beautiful cover that's already been lined. You can cut it down to whatever size you want and turn it into a journal cover, but it holds your wallpaper really nice. So that is beautiful. This is Laurel Oaks. That's also from Joanne. Next, we have this cute journal, and I hope that the camera is picking up the debossing. There's roses on this. With Love and Affection, it was a little book that she redid. There's a single signature in there. 60 pages. It's a 5 by 6, and it's really cute. I like the orientation. It's kind of a landscape orientation, so it's a little bit different, and I think it would be a great end table book or maybe guest book. or piece of home decor, something like that. A quote book, you know, writing down your favorite quotes, something like that. There's little beads here at the bottom, and it is the sweetest. Isn't that cute? There's script and birds, there's flowers, ledger paper, and it has that kind of gift book size, so it is super pretty. Next, we have one of her flip-flop book journals, whatever we call it. So we have seam binding with a key, and these are wonderful for so many reasons and ways that you can use them. But they're pretty much envelopes, and it holds ephemera, but they flip open. So you have this, and then the pockets are stuffed. There's 10 envelopes, and they all have ephemera in them, so you can just keep refilling them. But it's also a great place to store little letters or notes to somebody. You know, you can take the ephemera out and like put in pictures, letters, notes, something like that. But it just flips and flops. You just alternate between like so. And there you have it. Wonderful gift. Great ephemera holder, lots that you can do with it, and of course look at those gorgeous colors and that key charm. We have another little journal here. I think it's a journal. Let's take a peek. So this is more of a slimline journal. I was gonna say traveler's notebook, but I think it's more slimline. You have, I don't know what the cover, oh, it's a Z flip, maybe is what it's called. Let's see if she says anything about it. Here we go. Flip flop journal, and I think I would call it a Z flip, because if you can see here, it goes this way and that way. It's kind of like the letter Z. That way we won't get confused with the envelope flip. So you kind of have two covers, right? You can choose this side with the birds, this side with the sweet lady, and then you have a journal here. All these pretty pages. And so that's kind of one journal there. And then you have this journal. So there's 80 pages total. The size is 4 by 8.5. So just a little thinner than most travelers' notebooks. But what's really great about this is you can do two different things at the same time. You can have one thing going on here and one thing going on here. And I think that's really cool. You have a pocket, so of course you can tuck in whatever you want there. And then you have this really pretty gray seam binding closure. It holds it all together. So really great if you're going to be traveling or doing something and you don't want to bring a bunch of journals, but you want more than one thing to work in. You kind of have two in one. Again, it's a wonderful gift. And it's thin enough, I think you could actually use it as a stocking stuffer for somebody. So that could be really fun. We have another thin journal here. So again, talking about stocking stuffers, this would be great. Look at how thin this is. It is a 4 by 9.5. So we have longer than normal, but narrower than normal. So it is a wonderful list journal, as you have space to write lists without having to flip the page. So I really think that is fun. This is called Tall Skinny Document Journal. And I love these pages. They are so perfect for being usable in a household type setting, like a commonplace book, a list book, you know, to do stuff like that. But if you just wanted to challenge yourself to create a different size page and to do collaging and things like that, more vertical, then this would also be a fantastic journal for that. And lots of vintage script, very pretty. Very pretty. And the cover, it's neat because it's a little bit shorter, so it just gives us something different. Isn't that neat? Really pretty. And then we have a little fabric closure. So fun, very different, very fun. We have, and I remember giving this cover to Joanne, knowing she would make something amazing out of it. So I'm really excited to see what she made. This is Victoria on Being a Mother. Well, that was the title of the book, but here you have a little key, and it's called The Key to My Heart. So she has sewn in a signature to this cover, and look at how pretty it is. So peachy, floral. Got some yellows in there, and then of course creamy. It's pretty. Got some sunflowers, butterfly. Wow, super, super pretty. Look at those hummingbirds. So, so pretty. Wildflowers. I like the simplicity of it because it is incredibly usable, but incredibly, I guess I can't talk today, incredibly beautiful. And I love the little paper clip she's chosen. It just gives it its own feel. Very pretty. Gorgeous. And 60 pages, 6x8 size. Absolutely lovely. Could definitely see it as home decor on a side table. We're going to finish Joanne's with this one. Isn't that pretty? I think this is an ephemera holder, but I am loving the flecks of foiling on this. We have cheesecloth and then this really pretty circle. And it is called Sweet Rose Ephemera Folder, 6 pages of pockets with over 35 pieces. 6x9 and the pages are sewn in. So, again, use and fill or turn into, add more pages and turn into a journal. But I absolutely love ephemera holders, and I love using what's in them and adding more things to them. So I definitely think they are always usable to have on hand and just to keep filling with things. And it's really nice too if you collect from a certain artist, like say you absolutely love Joanne. I love Joanne's work, and she sends me her little bits and pieces often, her little ephemera pieces. And you can actually get like one of these ephemera folders, and then you can collect the ephemera. And they're also wonderful for inspiration, and you can see the techniques that she did, and you can try to do similar ones. I know she would really love to have you do that. Here, she has a book page, right? And then she's put a little torn piece of flowered paper and then a circle cut out of this lady. So you could replicate this and do something similar. Grab your own text page and your own florals and circle images and make some ephemera and just be inspired by that. And that would be fun too, to pull all this stuff out of this pocket right here. And then this is your like example, and then try to make 5 or 6 more, tuck them all in the pocket, and then, move these over into another pocket. There's so many things you can do, and I don't think you can ever have too many ephemera holders. I love mine, and I'm always enjoying more as I make them or people gift them to me or whatnot. So that's everything from Joanne. I finished this journal last night. It's called Together We Have It All, or just Together for short. I used this beautiful wallpaper that I've been hoarding. I'm trying to use up, I've cut down a whole bunch of wallpaper to journal cover size. And even if I'm trying to hoard or tried to hoard it, I'm trying to not hoard it anymore and get it out there into the world. This is a beautiful brown. And then on the front, we have a textured torn cardstock, and then a collaged, so I did a master board, and then it's cut down. It has stenciling and stamping, stitching, and then a sticker that says Together We Have It All. And then I've added 3 flowers, little resin flowers there. And this is a kind of like a vintage friends and family, a little eclectic, but not too eclectic. It's like a vintage friends and family type journal. And on the inside, we have, so I'm trying to use papers up. Sometimes papers have been sitting with me for so long. For example, the other side of this was actually one of my prints from Sweet Summertime, which has popsicles. And I'm not going to make any more I'm not planning on making any summer journals this summer, so most likely I won't use it till the next summer. And so instead of it just sitting around, I had already inked it and had it ready to go. So I was like, let's just glue the popsicle side down and add some sprays and stencils with this doily, and it'll fit perfectly. So let's actually use the paper and not hoard it. So then we have a textured pocket, double textured pocket here. This is a textured wallpaper. It's actually the back of a textured wallpaper because it's hot pink on the other side. And I was like, no, that's not what I want. So I have that. And then this is textured, and I have a stamp. Some little ephemera pieces from my ephemera collections. And then this is a really pretty tall, I'm so glad I made some tall journal cards. I need to make more. But all I did was take an ugly scrapbook paper. It's not that ugly, but it's been sitting here for a while. It's just kind of a textured. So I put that down and then just glued a whole bunch of papers over the front and then cut it down like a masterboard, right? So these are two different pieces of wallpaper. We have a wallpaper die cut and then it says soul. So that I just tucked into here. I thought that went really well. My main papers that I printed for this are from my mini kit called Daily Life. So Daily Life is in here and I've used this one before. I love it. I've also used stained lace, one of my paper packs, and some of the vintage wallpaper stationery that Lonnie and I worked on together. We have hand-dyed papers, more from Daily Life, lots of little ephemera pieces. Joanne made that one. It's vintage floral book pages. Here's an index card Lonnie had given me, and this is William Morris wallpaper, one of my paper packs in the back. That's a Creative Fabrica Fans image. So to join that and get those exclusive images, you can find the link below. Just click on Creative Fabrica Fans page. It'll give you all the information. Vintage book page. This is also from Joanne. We have some flowers. William Morris wallpaper there. Little vintage wallpaper pocket. We have a little hummingbird ticket and a botanical tag. There's the other side of Daily Life. Joanne made this as well. And then I have this collaged, some dyed papers that have been stitched, and this is a hummingbird playing card. This is construction paper. For some reason, I have a couple pieces of construction paper in my use it up bin. So I was like, let's put it in here. So there we go. Using that up. It says a family makes life beautiful. There's stained lace. This is a Tim Holtz, and then a little dyed writing paper there. This was also from Joanne. It's from a vintage book page. That was also from Joanne. And then in this envelope, there's journal cards that are Monday through Friday that go with Daily Life. I think that is Above Par, not Above Par, Antique Papery, which is no longer in business, but I think that was hers. So we have a floral sticker. Mega background pages in red. This is from Dreamy Designs collection, and I used a stamp to do room number 90 just for fun. I dyed a doily. We have a sticker from the Antiquarian sticker book. Joanne also made that tag. Isn't that beautiful? More ephemera. It says I love you more every day. This one says, I love us. And then there's a library card in the back. Isn't that pretty? Love how that came out. So this is called Together, and this is also in the shop under journals. Thank you so much for watching. Have a fantastic day, and I'll see you tomorrow.